This is an example of a Spartanville video explanation. So what I have used is an example of the house building for the town. And so I have a rectangular prism and the roof is a triangular prism. And I'm going to tell you about the measurements, the surface area, and the volume of all of the above. So first I have the length of the rectangular prism is 5 centimeters. The width is 4 centimeters. The height is 10 centimeters. The triangular face of the triangular prism has a base of 4 centimeters and a height of 4.2 centimeters, or excuse me, a height of 2 centimeters. And then the sides of the triangle, other than the base of 4, are 4.2 centimeters. Both of them are the same. And then the height of the triangular prism is 5 centimeters. So I've written the formulas down. I have the triangular prism formula for surface area, which is 2 times the area of the base plus the perimeter of the base times the height. The volume of any prism is the area of the base times the height. So for the rectangular prism, since they're both a prism, the formulas are actually the same. It's just the area of the base and the perimeter of the base are going to be different because the triangle prism is different than the rectangular prism. So I found the area of the base of the triangular prism. The area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. So I filled in 1/2, and then the base of the triangular face of the prism is 4, and the height was 2. And then I found that 1/2 4 times 2 gives me 4 square centimeters for the area of the base. The perimeter of the base would just be to add all the sides of that triangular face, which is the base of that prism. So I added 4.2 plus 4.2 plus 4, and I got 12.4 centimeters. So for the surface area, I put all that together, and I have 2 times the area of the base, which was 4, plus the perimeter of the base, which was 12.4, times the height of the prism, which is the 5. And so the surface area would be 70 square centimeters for the triangular prism, which makes up the roof of the house. So for the rectangular prism, the base is a rectangle. And so to find the area of the base, I did length times width, which is 5 times 4. And that just gave me 20 square centimeters for the area of the base. And then the perimeter of the base would be 2 times 5 plus 2 times 4, because you have 2 sides that would be 5 and 2 sides would be 4. So I got 10 plus 8, which is 18 centimeters. So then I filled that into the surface area formula. So 2 times the area of the base, which I found was 20, plus the perimeter of the base, which is 18, times the height, which was 10. So then I ended up with 40 plus 180, which is 220 total square centimeters for the surface area of the rectangular prism. When you go to add them together, you get a total surface area of 70 square centimeters plus 220 square centimeters, which is 290 square centimeters. But you have to remember that the 2 faces of the top of the rectangular prism and the side of the triangular prism are not included, because that's kind of where they touch and overlap. So you have to subtract it out. And so each of those faces of the figure is just the 5 times the 4, because it's one of those rectangular sides for both. So you have 5 times 4 is 20 square centimeters, and there's 2 of those where they touch. So I did 290 was my total, minus those 2 sides that are each 20, and I got 250 square centimeters. On the next page, I'm going to show you the volume for each. So I've already gone over the measurements. I've got a triangular prism. The volume is area of the base times the height. So the area of the base was 4 square centimeters, like I explained on the first page. And then the height of that prism was the 5. And so then the area of the base times the height would just be a total of 20 cubic centimeters for the volume. For the rectangular prism, the area of the base was the rectangle, so that was 5 times 4, which was 20, and then the height is 10. So let's flip back over here. So the length times width was the rectangular base. The area of the base was 5 times 4 times the height, which was 10. And so the total volume would be the 20 times the 10, the area of the base times the height, which is 200 cubic centimeters. So then you just have to add all that together for volume. So total volume would be the 20 cubic centimeters plus the 200 cubic centimeters is 220 cubic centimeters. And then you don't have to subtract anything out for the volume. And that is it for my example.